Hello everyone, it's me again, Happy Jen. Looks like my mirror is a little bit in the way there. I'm sorry about that. I just had a few extra minutes and I thought it would be a good time to check in with you guys and maybe have a little casual conversation about some things that have been on my mind lately. I read this book called Project Earth a few years ago, and it is one of the most influential books that I've read so far in terms of helping me understand a little bit more about extraterrestrials and communication and metaphysical things. So the purpose of this video is about the fact that everybody has some form of spirit communication or metaphysical thing occur to them, and they have their own belief systems that allow them to come to whatever conclusion that they come to about the communication that they receive. So growing up, I had a lot of different experiences that I considered spirit communication, times where I was visited by spirits, where I could actually see entities floating above my bed, even at my friend's house, or where I might even use a Ouija board or a pendulum and communicate with spirits, or what we're calling spirits. So what I came to realize through this book, Project Earth, the lady in the book, this is based on a true story, the lady in the book thought that she was communicating with spirits through various ways, just like I was describing to you. She was using, pendulums, spirit boards, whatever she could to communicate with these entities, and believing that they were just spirits or souls or deceased loved ones. When in actuality, through reading the book, I don't want to give away too much of it because it's a really good one, but in actuality, she was dealing with extraterrestrials. So there is a point in the book where it gets really scary and a little creepy, and one of the ETs tells her, I believe, to stick a knife through her. They tell her to stick a knife through herself. So hearing that, it's very off-putting. You automatically assume they would be evil, she's talking to demons, or she's, evil herself and projecting this evil, whatever conclusion you come to on your own. But yeah, just hearing that alone will freak you, out pretty bad. Without giving away the entire book, but getting to the point, he was wondering if she was a hologram. So at this point where he was asking her to put, or would she put, the scissors or the knife through her, it was for him to apparently tell whether or not she was a hologram, because he thought that he was dealing with a hologram. Now, there's so many levels of confusion that could come into play with that statement, but this video is not so that you can psychoanalyze that one particular part of the book. The purpose of it is that you or someone that you know has probably had a paranormal experience. Maybe you hear a creak in your house that you can't explain. Maybe you've had a phone ring that was turned off. Maybe you've had something go missing or moved, or you put baby powder down and little footprints went out, or you did a seance and a spirit came through you and talked to you. Well, the point of this video is so that you can actually question the possibility, because I'm not going to tell you what to believe, but question the possibility that perhaps those were ETs that you were communicating with. What if those were ETs that you're communicating with instead? So now it's easy for you to believe in ghosts, and it's easy for you to believe in spirits and communication and maybe even psychics, but it's still so hard for you to grasp life on other planets, because scientists are telling you that it can't be possible. Well, I'm telling you that it is possible because there is life on other planets. And scientists are not thinking outside of the parameters of how Earth exists and how we need water on Earth and the timeline that we went through for our lives to be here. So you can't even consider those things when you consider the possibility of life on other planets. So maybe, just maybe, you might realize that you could have been talking to an ET instead of a ghost or a demon or whatever else it is that you think that you might have communicated with. So now, when you consider that possibility, that should change your perspective not only on the world but also on yourself. So now, if you consider the possibility that you have been communicating with extraterrestrials, this tells us that, one, we are one because we communicate through one mind. We communicate telepathically with these beings, in essence. These, Ouija boards and things like that are just tools that we're using to make ourselves feel like the experience is more real. Like sometimes when I do my audio channeling, I combine that with automatic writing because I feel like it gives me a more solid foundation. It gives me something to physically look at and see that it's real, as opposed to just creating it out of my mind, because for some reason that's the way that our human brains are made. Well, today when I was at the store, the little magic shop that I go to with crystals and stones and everything else, there was a lady in there who was asking about walk-ins. And a lot of people don't know about walk-ins. I really don't know that much about them, but what I do understand is that at any given point in your life, an incident could occur where you could decide that you don't want to come back into this body. You could decide that it's just too much for you. Living is just too much for you. So, you might get in a coma or a car accident, or any event could occur that could make you leave your body. Your soul can leave your body and another soul can actually enter into your body. Well, a lot of people are going through this lately. They're wondering if they themselves are walk-ins, and also maybe if their family members and their loved ones are walk-ins. I can't tell you that. Only you can do that for yourself. I don't think if you were a walk-in, you would be questioning whether you were a walk-in. I don't know. Maybe that's just my logic on it. But I feel like if you were a walk-in, then you walked in, and I don't think you'd be questioning it. But that's just my logic, like I said. And maybe your friend or family member, when they had the incident occur, they came back and they just were so different. They might not like the same things they liked before. They might treat you differently. They might have a whole new personality. I would say that's a good inclination that a walk-in probably came into their body. I was very scared at first because when I first heard about walk-ins, I just assumed there was like these, malicious beings or reptilians that were just waiting to creep into our bodies as soon as there was a moment of vulnerability, like a person with a mental illness, or a fraction in your consciousness, like how people have multiple personality disorders. I thought along those lines for it, but I just feel like even though I might seem like I'm still confused because I'm still working through all of this, it's all starting to make a lot more sense to me in way to relate it to humanity, who does not already come here as a starseed and already know they're an alien and already have their missions and are already activated. So this video is not only for other starseeds like myself that are coming into these experiences, but very much so for the human people who are here confused, afraid, wondering if they're communicating with, malicious beings or not, wondering if you have to be Christian in order to contact your angels or God. You don't have to have that belief system. You can have any belief system you want. You have a support team that is waiting for you. It doesn't matter if you call them angels, guardians, archangels. If you pick a name and you want to call on Raphael or Gabriel or Michael or Jesus or Jehovah or Allah, it doesn't matter what name you want to call these entities or divinity, as long as you have the calling in your heart that you want to communicate with them, that you want to work with them, that you want their help. They will do that, and they can do that. And you just need to know that the messages and the answers and the signs are going to come to you in ways that are suitable for you. So you might not channel spirits and hear voices in your head like, myself or some of my friends do, but you might be good at artwork. So maybe if you just would clear your mind and you sit down and do an art project, maybe they can come through that way, through the art, and you'll get a channeled piece of art. Or maybe if you're really good at writing, if you like to write books or music, you could try automatic writing, and they're gonna just naturally work that pen out for you, and you're gonna get a message. So keep your eyes and your ears open, keep your heart open, keep your mind open. Just let it be known. You don't have to say it out loud, but you can if you like to. You can just put it out into the universe mentally or audibly, whatever it is that you're looking for help with, whatever it is that you're trying to connect with. Maybe you just want to connect to your higher self. Maybe you want to talk to what you call God, creator, energy, love, the source of the universe, whatever it is. It's a part of you. It's such a part of you that you never, in essence, leave it. It's always with you. So there's always that connection that we can always get in touch with these aspects of ourselves or these beings. And I just want you to consider the possibility that maybe all along you have, and other people who have been connecting with them, and that you still can, that the veil's so thin right now that it's so much easier, that we are so accelerated in this process of ascension that we have gifts right now and abilities that we don't even know we have. So maybe you might have tried in the past and you didn't get the results you wanted, so you gave up, or you thought you weren't good enough. Well, now is a new time for you to try again, because now things are different. There are a lot of portals that open. There's a lot of energies that's been aligned with us. There is so much, like a giant energetic bubble full of ability and possibility that's just waiting right there for you to just reach your little hand out and grab it. And literally, it's waiting for you to do that. So I'm here to encourage you to do those things. Reach out, talk to whoever you want to, protect yourself, ground yourself, whatever your belief system is, and please let me know how it goes. I would love to hear from you guys. I would love to hear your experiences. Comment below, or you could always message me at lipsticklc@yahoo.com, and I would love to hear what you guys come up with. So please do. I love you.